Hey you guys, Movie Fan 356 here for my Arrow after show. And if you guys never watched my after shows before, basically, I talk about Arrow, um, go down the positives, the stuff I liked about the episode, the negative stuff I didn't really like too much, and that'll be about it. And we're gonna dive right into it. This is season 3, episode 5, the episode entitled "The Secret Origin of Felicity Smoak." And let's jump right into it. I'm gonna do the positives first, then the negatives. The positives, the little training montage, I guess you could call it the mini training montage of Thea and Malcolm training, and Roy and Oliver training. I thought that was a cool little bit to start the episode off with. Um, Ray Palmer just showing up at Felicity's house randomly in the morning because she's just as shocked as everybody else is, and so yeah, I thought that was a good scene, good moment, and you can never go wrong with Felicity and Ray Palmer. And I did like, this isn't on here, but uh, this episode is all about Felicity, and basically it's her backstory showing you how she became the person that she is today, and I liked seeing that. I liked it mainly because we it's a new layer to add to the character of Felicity that we've never seen before. So, I really enjoyed this episode a lot. Um, and the flashbacks. The flashbacks were not any Hong Kong flashbacks this episode. It was all flashbacks of Felicity like in college with her boyfriend Cooper and his roommate, and they were doing all this stuff in the flashbacks that again makes Felicity who she is today. And that is the next positive right here is the Felicity flashbacks. And she's kind of struggling in the flashback. She's struggling with the question of am I a hacker or a hero? I don't really know. Um, Felicity's mom shows up, and I believe this is the first time we ever met Felicity's mom on the show, and she is kind of a slut. Um, but you could tell she's trying to grow out of that though, because she is a mom, and she's at that age where she's like, look, okay, I kind of need to grow out of that, but yeah, I'm kind of a slut. That's the vibe I got. I don't know about you guys. Um, but her reaction when she's meeting everyone, when she's meeting Ray and she's meeting Oliver and all that, um, just her reactions whenever she meets them, like she meets Ray Palmer first off when Ray shows up at Felicity's house, and then she meets Oliver and she looks at Felicity and goes, "Well, how many billionaires do you know?" I thought that was great. Um, and not long after she meets Oliver, Diggle wants to take baby Sarah down to the Arrow Cave, and Oliver's like, I don't know about that. And then Diggle gives a line of, who is she gonna tell? Oliver. Who's she gonna tell? I mean, she's a baby. I get it though. Oliver doesn't want like the Arrow Cave to get attacked by somebody and baby Sarah be there and something happened to baby Sarah. I kind of see where Oliver's coming from, but that line by Diggle was awesome. Um, in the flashbacks, one of the flashbacks starts where Felicity's on the phone in college, and she's on the phone. And she's like, "No, mom, I don't want a fake ID." Just that little moments like that with Felicity and the stuff that I really enjoy. Um, Also, the gothic Felicity. Felicity back in college was kind of a gothic chick, and I thought she was hot as a blonde nerd, hacker chick. I thought the normal Felicity that we all know and love, I thought she's sexy as fuck. But Gothic Felicity, whoo! I'm gonna quote Michelangelo from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. She's so hot, I think my shell's starting to tighten. That's all I'm gonna say about that. There's a moment where they think that uh, Felicity's ex-boyfriend's roommate from college is responsible for this big blackout around the city, and because that's basically who they're going after this time. Is this guy is, a blackout of the entire city, and they think that it's her ex-boyfriend's roommate. So Oliver shows up, and he says something that I really geeked out over. He goes, "You have failed this city." I'm like, whoa, he hasn't said that in a while. So it was nice to hear him say that again. Hopefully he says that more frequently throughout the this season here. Um, so Felicity, there's a moment where they think it could be Felicity's ex from college because he helped Felicity hack into this thing, and um, Felicity goes, "No, I know it's not him. It can't be him." And Oliver's basically telling her, "Look, I know he's your ex, but you got to think, Felicity." And she's like, "No, he died in prison. He hung himself. He hung himself in prison." And I'm like, "Well, I kind of wasn't expecting that." But then you find out later that he really didn't die. So uh, I thought that was a cool little bit. Laurel was an active DA for this episode. She was assigned to be actively DA while this whole blackout situation was going. Now I know Laurel gets a shit ton of hate, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Season 1, I liked Laurel. Season 2, I didn't like her. Season 3, I still don't kind of like her anymore. Like, if they go back, I know she didn't have much to do in Season 1, but I liked her in Season 1 better than I have since then, I guess. Um, but seeing Laurel being actively DA, she was doing something. She wasn't just there. And, yeah, I think that, doing something like that with Laurel was good to see. And then at the end of the episode, this is going to be the last positive on here. But at the end of the episode, Roy is having this dream, and he dreams that he's the one who killed Sarah, and that's basically where the episode ends. And I'm like, holy shit. Did Roy kill Sarah? Because as many of you guys know, I am not a Roy fan. I don't like Roy. I never have. Um, but if they go this route, did Roy kill Sarah? I might be coming around on him. I might. I think that they're finally going to do something with Roy that I'm going to enjoy. We'll have to see how it goes. Negatives. I only have 2 negatives on here. One, the big one that I mention every week. Laurel still not telling Detective Lance that Sarah's dead. I don't I logically can't understand why. I mean, I know it's because she's afraid that he can't handle it, and he's gonna have a heart attack or something, and I get that, but don't you think that it's gonna hurt worse when he finds out that his daughter's dead months and months later, and then he finds out everybody else knew but him? I think that's going to do a lot more damage. So the sooner the better, Laurel. That's the way I see it anyway. And second and lastly, on the negatives, is Cooper. Cooper is Felicity's ex from college, and he ended up being the guy, the hacker who blacked out the entire Starling City, and he was weak. I mean, the thing about these throwaway villains is most of the time, 98% of the time, these like throwaway villains of the week just play a bigger part in the story revolving around the characters and moving the characters forward. Cooper did that for Felicity, and I did like that aspect of it. But for the most part, as a character, as a villain, I didn't like Cooper. So guys, that's all I had to say. What did you guys think of this episode, Secret Origin of Felicity Smoak, Season 3, Episode 5 of Arrow? That's all I can say for today. I will see you guys in the next video.